Hello, 45 Alpha Charlie Papa here, and today we're going to take a look at some gun show deals and my latest gun show acquisition, my CZ82. But I read the forums, I look at the forums, the firearm blog and Truth About Guns, and a lot of times when the gun shows pop up, there's a lot of comments on, oh, there's no way, there's no deals at the gun shows. I went to a gun show and I had to pay to get in and there was no deals. But I'm here to tell you, yes, there are deals at gun shows. Now, if you're looking for something, more modern, run-of-the-mill gun, you can find some good buys, but they're not necessarily the greatest deal in the whole wide world. I picked up this LC9 at a gun show. It's the only place that I saw the carbon fiber finish, and I paid up about an extra $20 for the carbon fiber finish, but I still got a pretty decent deal. And this is that gun show was the only place I ever saw this carbon finish on this LC9. But you can find some deals on new guns at a gun show, but they're not going to be spectacular. You can find some really good pricing. Now, if you're looking for something that's a little bit harder to find, chances are you can find it at a gun show, but you're going to have to pay up for it. This Kel-Tec Sub 2000 that I have, I ended up buying this at a local gun store. I got this $100 cheaper than I've seen it at any gun show. So, the local gun store is a good source for some of these items that are a little hard to get. Sometimes you may have to have them order in. But, sometimes a better deal is at your local dealer. And, support your local dealers. But let's get back to the deals that I have found at gun shows. Now, usually if you find a deal at a gun show, it's going to be a used gun. And every one of these here is a pre-owned gun. Don't be afraid of a pre-owned gun. Do your research. Make sure that that particular gun that you're looking at is a good, reliable gun and has some good a good record of reliability. Things that I see at gun shows, that for really decent pricing sometimes are guns that if you go on the forums, they're picky about ammo. They don't work. They get traded in all the time. You got other guns that have a sterling reputation, and sometimes people are just trying to upgrade or selling something old off, trading it off so they can get something a little newer. But look on the table here, and I've got some really good buys I found at gun shows. This Ruger P89 that I have here. I paid $220 out the door for a Ruger P89. Really good gun, real solid gun, reliable, built like a brick poop house. I mean, it is an absolute tank. Duty grade weapon. I've got a review on these P-Series guns coming, but really good gun for $220. You come over here, I've got this P94. This Ruger P94, this is the 40 Smith & Wesson version of it, so it's actually designated the P944. But another really great gun, a great platform, a little bricky looking, but not as bad as, say, a High Point. But, bought this one at $299, and this one included 2 magazines, the box that originally came in, all the literature, and the original bag that this was shipped in. So it was hardly ever used. It was practically a new gun when I got it. Another thing, you look at Milsurp. I really like Milsurp guns, as you can see these two here. But right now P64s online are running right around $220. Plus you got to figure in another $15 or $15 to $20 for shipping, depending on who you buy it from. And another $25, $30 transfer fee, so you can get up to $260, $270 real easy buying these online. I found this at a gun show, 2 magazines and the holster and the cleaning rod. This one was $199. Really great buy that I found at the gun show. Now this dealer hasn't had them since I've been there, but I found one. And it's a great buy, great little pistol. Another real good buy I found here, this is a police trade-in Smith & Wesson 45, M&P 45. This one came with just the magazine and the gun, but it was $289. $289 for a 45 duty gun. Really good shape, shoots well. I really like the gun. Great buy, a really good buy. And then let's get to, last but not least, my latest gun show acquisition. Now, CZ82s, all steel gun, 9mm Makarov. Really a nice pistol, really well executed. It's got some features on it that you don't find on some other mil surplus guns. This gun currently on Gunbroker, you find them right around the $400 to $500 range, depending on condition. This one I would probably call B grade. It's got some chipping and stuff in the finish. Be a good refinish job, or just a good truck gun. Shoots spectacular. But I picked this up at a gun show for $250 out the door. Like I said, these haven't come into the country in about 4 years. So really nice gun, really good buy. The last time Classic Firearms had these, they were $269. The last time Aim Sports had them, they were $299. I think the last time J&G Sales had them, they were also right around $269. Now those three places are a really good source to look for online pricing. I looked it up. At $269 at Classic Firearms, it's one of the nice things with their site, that even if they have a gun and it hasn't been in stock for 4 years, it's still listed. It's still listed at the price that it was when they sold them. So $250 for this gun out the door. I didn't have to pay any transfer fee. I didn't have to pay any shipping. Somebody just traded this in looking to upgrade. But a really nice Cold War piece. CZ82, and I recommend these guns. If you can find one of these and find a deal on one of these are a wonderful gun. They point very naturally. They are ambidextrous. Let's go ahead and clear this. Now, they do not have what they call a decocker on these. If you want to decock these, you have to hold the hammer and decock. But the safety on this, ambidextrous, real nice 1911 style, falls right in the thumb, wherever you'd like it. You can carry this one cocked and locked, but it is also ambidextrous. And the nice thing with this ambidextrous safety, it was designed that way. Unlike like the 1911s, where the left-handed people complain on that safety, where it feels like it's camming over before it clicks. I mean, this is very solid engagement. You've also got an ambidextrous magazine release. It's got a magazine release on both sides. Very unique for a military pistol, especially in that day. Magazine's drop free, 12 round magazine. So you can have 13 rounds, 12 rounds, one in the chamber. Nice little pistol. The pistol's got some really nice, it's more of a 2-dot and a post sight on it. I actually put the paint in there, put the orange on the front, just so you can kind of get an idea of the sighting on this. This would be considered, should be drop safe. There's a little shelf that this hammer sits on. It will not go all the way forward. Now, if you notice here, now that I've got the trigger pulled, when the trigger pull is when it will allow that hammer to move all the way forward. So when the trigger is released, that hammer is stuck and not going anywhere. Nice little Cold War pistol. I really like it. 9mm Makarov, and that Makarov line. But if you have a chance to pick up one of these, grab it. Now, how accurate is it? That's my target. That's my first target on there. That's about 30 rounds of 9mm Makarov. I would say it can get the job done. Really impressed with the accuracy of this little pistol. Something else on this pistol, it is polygonal or polygonal, however you want to say it, rifling in here, and it is chrome lined. So you can't really see the rifling in these. They almost look like a smooth bore, but as you can see, it doesn't suffer any accuracy. It is a very accurate little pistol. And if you can find one of these at a gun show for $250, $300, it is well worth the money. Very very well put together pistol, all steel. It could be a project gun if you're looking for something to Cerakote, something to play around with, trying to improve it. A lot of these will have some chipping and stuff in this finish. It's kind of more of a baked on finish. It's one of the early baked on finishes for military pistols. This one shows a little wear, but nothing wrong with the fit and function of this gun. So, but hey, look at the gun shows. The whole idea of going to a gun show. I'm lucky here. It only cost me $7 to $8 to get in. Here I've been places where it's been $9, $10, $12 to get into a gun show, but I look at it more as entertainment. There have been some gun shows that I've been to that have been very entertaining. I was just happened to be a fly on the wall. I went to one back in it was last February, right before the caucuses here, and we had the international press here because it was the first caucus, and just to be a fly on the wall with the international press here, people from England and Australia and all over the world trying to breach the gun show loophole. It was very interesting, listening to some of the interviews they were doing with these people that were there. It was well worth the price of admission. But I can find deals on powder. Sometimes the gun shows the only place I can find the powders I'm looking for. You can find all kinds of stuff at gun shows, but you have to look, and that's the whole key. All right, so the CZ82 was one of the last acquisitions I got at a gun show. Really, really nice gun. Got a real good deal on a very solid military surplus rifle. So if you have a chance, you find a CZ82 and pick one up. They are well worth it. Just remember they're chambered in 9mm Makarov, not 9mm Lugers, so they do take a little bit different ammo. The Makarov is kind of in between a 380 and a 9mm Luger. But like I said, you can find some wonderful deals at gun shows. I go to gun shows. I pick up reloading supplies. I can pick up bullets. And if you peruse the tables and look and see what's out there, and you have an idea of what a good gun would be, and hey, we've all got smartphones anymore. Take your smartphone with you. I saw this one, thought it was a pretty good buy, but I passed it up at first. Looked around, saw if there was anything else going on there. I actually got on my smartphone and looked this up on Classic Firearms. You had wonderful glowing reviews on it, and I saw that the last time that they had them was 4 years ago. The price at that time was, like I said, $260, $268. I went back to the dealer. He had $275 on this. I asked him if he'd take $250 for it. He said yes. So $250 out the door for this wonderful firearm. But you can find great deals at gun shows. Don't think that there's not any good deals there. Just look around. You got to hunt for them, and the hunt is part of the fun. This is 45 Alpha Charlie Papa Channel, signing out. CZ82, first shot.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.